Welcome to Horror Flix and Music Mix. We are your hosts. I'm Dustin.
And I'm Kevin. On this podcast, we discuss horror films, the scores, and provide our thoughts on the best and worst the genre has to offer.
Our goal with this podcast is to continue our journey through the year 2000 with some good but also not so good movies with not two returning guests because we had to off one of our guests. Rest in peace, Matt. Matt is no longer with us. We do have Zach Kurmel returning.
What up?
Since 1990. Haven't seen you in 10 years, you know.
Yeah,
we talked about it last time. How you doing?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
I'm doing good, man. Staying busy, watching movies as much as I can, and live, laugh, loving.
Yeah. What's the newest with your musical projects?
Just been busy. We're Magoo, one of my bands. We're in the studio right now recording a new record, and we just did a live playthrough at Make Believe Studio, so we're trying to get that all edited up right now.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
Nice.
Fontenelle, we're going to be hopefully doing a show around the end of the year.
Oh, okay.
We're taking a break to write and regroup. We got some fun things in store, though.
Nice.
Oh yeah, dude, that's awesome. Now, what is your history with these films today? We'll start with Hollow Man, obviously. What's your history with that film?
Hollow Man, I remember seeing not in the theaters, but shortly after it came out, like on DVD. And I remember, it was a kid, so a lot of it went over my head, but I remember it put me in a weird space because even back then, before the Me Too movement, I knew that wasn't right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and it gets worse. And then After Dark, I didn't realize that was the first in the segment of the Chronicle of Riddick. So
Pitch Black.
Pitch Black, yeah.
Black, that's what I meant.
After Dark.
Doing that.
Is that a vampire movie? Pretty sure it is.
After Dark. There's Near Dark. That's
Near Dark. Yeah, duh.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what we're doing here. And that's it for the episode.
That's funny.
So, Dustin, what is your history with Hollow Man 2000s?
I don't think I saw. Oh my! Get this out of here. That's it. I'm done.
Yeah.
Get out of
here. I thought that might have
happened. I was wondering too. I don't think I saw this in the theater. I think I definitely 100% rented this back in the day, and that's how I watched it about 25 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Time flies.
Like I was talking to Dustin with like every one of these movies, a lot of them I just randomly watch bits and pieces on Sci-Fi Channel. And this is just one of those that was on Sci-Fi, and I was like, hey, it's Kevin Bacon. And then he was like a CGI like figure for a bit, and I was like, what the hell is this? And I was very hooked, and so I watched basically the middle to the end. But it was lots of commercials and lots of stuff cut out. So it was cool to watch the whole thing through, and the stuff that I didn't get to see, I was like, yeah. Nice.
Yeah, it's got some pretty. The CGI was, I thought, done in a cool way where, you know, most of the early 2000 movies, it doesn't hold up at all. But other than a few kind of cheesy parts, it was done in a way where it held up pretty well, I thought.
Yeah. Well, I can start with the spoiler-free short summary, then we can dive right into Hollow Man. Is directed by Paul Verhoeven, which I'm excited we get to talk a little bit about him later because he's just such an excellent director. Kevin Bacon has done everything in his career except turn invisible, or Paulo. When a group of researchers are looking for a way to turn living beings invisible on animal subjects, one of the main technicians, Sebastian Kane, decides he wants to take part. When it works, little does everyone know how much this will affect his psyche.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's definitely very spoiler free.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. Yeah, trigger warnings, obviously. Yeah, the sexual abuse. And
I was like, there's some sexual abuse in here for sure.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to pull my notes up really quick.
No, you're fine. Yeah, I would say that's definitely the main trigger warning. For sure. This dude's like not a good dude at all.
No. It was the first scene too. I think I was kind of like you, watching half of it on Sci-Fi. I did not remember the beginning, but literally the first scene, he's doing the pee-pee show. They wanted you to know that he's a sleaze bag immediately.
Yeah. I would agree with that. So, all right, well, we're gonna jump into it. You know how we do it around here, so chime in whenever you have anything you want to say, and let's get into the year 2000 Hollow Man.
Kevin Bacon again. We cover. So thinking about it, we've had him in 1980, 1990, and 2000 on our podcast. He has shown up like the most times.
He has.
Let's let that bacon sizzle,
dude. Kevin Bacon, come on the podcast. That'd be great.
Maybe in 20. He was probably in some horror film in 2010 too, so we'll have to cover that next.
Probably. I like Kevin Bacon.
Oh, I do too.
His role in this, I'm just like, you're better than that.
Yeah, it's got a studded cast.
Oh yeah, it does.
Anybody read the script?
All right, so we start out. We get some sciencey. Is the word I use? Sciencey intro credits. And then we get a rat, and it's running, and it goes into a cage. The door shuts behind it. It's drinking some water out of a bowl. And then an invisible... What did I write?
Crating?
What? An invisible something picks it up and eats it, and we learn that it's a gorilla. But aren't gorillas herbivores?
Yeah, I mean, maybe it was just out of anger and frustration. I don't know.
They do kind of go into, after a while, they start getting angsty and they get mad and this and that. So that has to be it. I was just like, what? Then it flashes over to good old Kevin Bacon, who is Dr. Sebastian Kane. Doing some DNA statistics on his computer. Then looks outside across the street at a lady undressing across the street. And that's kind of what we were talking about. But she shuts her shades right before revealing anything, though. It's like, first off, yeah, why? Like, personally, I always shut the shade before I take my clothes off because you never know. You know what I mean?
Especially in high rises in New York City.
I'm not that good looking and all that, but I'm still like, well, I don't want to see anybody see anything. I don't know about you guys.
Sometimes if anybody's looking, they may be able to get a little blessing. That's how I feel.
Yes.
If you don't like it, you can look away.
Here it is.
That's what my grandpappy always said.
Oh my! That's funny.
Oh man, he was a voyeur.
So yep, she shuts the curtain, and then he's like, goes and walks around his apartment. Then he does a video chat with one of his colleagues, which is crazy because back then you're like, whoa, video chats and this and that.
Yeah,
and here we are.
It was pretty high fidelity too.
I know. I was like, damn, that's
on that computer.
Yeah.
He tells his colleague, was her name Linda? Pretty sure. I wrote the names down later on.
Linda.
That he finally, he tells Linda he cracked the code that he's been working on for 11 months. So he's like, yo, wake everybody up. Let's meet at the lab and do some in-person tests. So the next morning, they're driving. Kevin Bacon's driving down. Sebastian's driving down to the lab, and he's jamming out to some industrial new metal.
The lyrics are cringy. It's like, I want you to fly. I want you to die. It's like, good God. It's it's like non-point, but without even a remote amount of talent.
Yeah, it's like,
sorry, non-point.
The soundtrack could have been good, but they chose like not good songs.
Right.
I thought some of the music was really cringe. Like not like the licensed songs, but just the added little transitions.
Well, yeah, because this is Jerry Goldsmith. This is the guy who did Alien.
Oh, yeah.
So there's some really good, like the intro theme is
he put his all into The Mummy the year before, so he's like, I don't have any more ideas.
Yeah, maybe that's probably what it is.
Yeah, he's like, this script is a little rough and problematic. Let's give him the B-side demos.
Yeah.
So yeah, he goes down to the lab. They've been testing on a bunch of different animals, animal testing, boo, and we find out that our invisible friend is in fact a gorilla. We also have Thanos. Thanos is in this movie. I mean, Josh Brolin. Which I was like, what the fuck?
I know.
He
It was
There's a
weird.
lot.
he keeps popping up for me this year. Like I've seen all these movies before, but I've never realized it's Josh Brolin. And like he just keeps popping up for me this year. I'm like, well, this dude, he's everywhere.
He is everywhere.
He's in Weapons, but
Mm-hmm.
they have these fancy heat sensing goggles that allow them to see the invisible animals. So Josh Brolin's going in, he's trying to feed her or something. The gorilla attacks him, runs free.
Yeah, like smashes up his hand.
Yeah. Sebastian then grabs a couple of tranquilizers and a pair of goggles for himself. And then they go after the gorilla. After taking it down, they strap it to a bed and they get ready to try out the new DNA code that he just cracked basically. And it took him forever. 11 months, he said. So it's like, is this gorilla invisible for 11 months? I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be rough.
No wonder why it's mad. So they spray some like purple stuff on the gorilla's arm, exposing the vein, and they inject the antidote or whatever it is, and then we get some state-of-the-art CGI.
So one thing about the CGI, because I know it's going to come up a lot.
Yeah.
Watching this the other night, it's dated, but it's still pretty impressive.
That's what I was gonna say.
Still pretty impressive, and I think big kudos because this did get a nomination for the effects.
This says, This says special effects that are really spectacular, the best since The Matrix on the VHS cover.
Even though The Matrix just came out the year before, so it's like the best since The Matrix. Like that was literally like
I'm not playing this.
That was a big time for CGI.
That's true.
You know, it was growing huge. You know,
because you look back at like oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go.
I say you look back at like the early 90s with like Lawnmower Man and Spawn.
Yeah, I was gonna say Spawn.
Dude,
yeah,
Spawn.
That's hilariously bad. And that one scene in Spawn was like $3-4 million, which I'm sure the gorilla scene in Hollow Man was a big budget production for the 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And one thing, that designer, whoever was ahead of that, was a horny son of a bitch. Because you don't need to show the monkey genitals, right? But
we see Kevin Bacon's peen as well.
Both scenes, it's one of the last muscles to disintegrate. You know, in the like, it's the first to come and the last to go. And that's another thing my grandpappy said.
Grandpappy has a lot to add to the podcast.
He does. He really does. Honestly. He loves shitbox movies.
Yeah.
Nice. That's funny. Yeah. It's like, we get it all in layers, the nervous system, and then the muscles, and then like the skin and all that. It starts to slowly come back, and then everything goes fine until it doesn't. The blood pressure is crashing. The gorilla's heart is erratic. It's going into cardiac arrest. You can see all this going down. Like you can see the heart and all that stuff. It's crazy.
That was a scene, though.
Yeah. So they do an EKG. I think that's what it's called. Mm-hmm. They're like clear. And boom, starts to stabilize. Success. Time for
the monkey made it.
Yeah, the monkey made it. Time for a celebrational dinner. Kevin Bacon, Sebastian.
I didn't do it.
Tries to kiss his colleague.
I would never.
And I'm like, I think they used to be a thing. We find out they used to be a thing, and she's like, "No, I'm over you now." We also find out that she's actually banging Josh Brolin. So here's our characters. Kevin is Sebastian. We have Linda. Elizabeth Shue plays Linda, and then Josh Brolin plays Matthew. It's about our three main characters in this. Now time for the presentation, and they tell the government on their success with bringing the gorilla back, making it invisible and then bringing it back, but he lies to them. He's like, yeah, we still need a little more time. We're almost there. We're like close. And this is when Linda and Matt are like, what the fuck, dude? Why didn't you tell him? And he's like, he's worried about, well, if we tell them, they're going to take over, and then that's the end of it for us.
Makes
So
sense.
and also he has other motives. So the government's all like, bruh, our patience is running out. You'll be shut down if it doesn't work. And then Linda and Matthew are all like, what the fuck are you doing after the meeting? And Sebastian's like, look, let's do human testing without the approval. I'll do it. Do me. And it's all a lie. And they tell the rest of the crew that they got the approval for phase 3 and that Sebastian wants to be the first human test subject. Is this something that you guys would do?
Ooh, hell no.
Because I would not.
Because
That's massive confidence in yourself, which I respect, but I know science was never one of my big top, studies. So I know my numbers might have been off.
Yeah.
Well,
to see the gorilla barely just make it, that's cute. It's like, nah, we need to this needs to be more under wraps before we do this with a human.
I'll do it. Like, no.
Exactly.
No.
Crazy.
Said the same thing in Flatliners. I would not do that shit.
Oh yeah,
Kevin Bacon was in Flatliners too.
Exactly.
Goddamn.
Dude, he's everywhere.
It gave me Flatliners vibes too.
We've had him like 4 or 5 times then.
Tremors, Flatliners,
Friday
the 13th, Hollow Man.
What's next?
I like Kevin Bacon. I want him to come on the podcast. Come on,
Kevin.
Come on now, Kevin. We could have 2 Kevins, and we'd be like, who's who?
Yeah.
Who's
That
what?
might be confusing.
Yeah.
Mr. Bacon, how's it going?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to take this moment to bring up the Bacon has been burnt stickers that we have.
Yeah.
I need to find those, and we need to
we still
post
have
those
some,
and sell those.
I like that.
The bacon has been burnt.
I wonder if I could find that. Find it and pull it up here.
I know. I was looking for it too just now.
So, okay, after all this, Sebastian's like, let's go. And it changes to later that night. Linda and Matt are talking about it later that night while doing the dirty, kind of. And then it cuts to the next scene. And Sebastian is about to go under and do the test. He then tells some bad joke about Superman, Wonder Woman, and the Invisible Man. It's bad.
It was.
Yeah,
pretty bad.
We're not even gonna repeat it. Everyone is worried about Sebastian literally dying during this procedure, and even one of them's like, "Hope we're not making a snuff film," because they're obviously recording all of it.
You got to.
Yeah, and in goes the injection, but nothing happens until a delayed response, and then he starts to have the layers of his body go invisible, and this is when we get that peen shot. We see this wiener. Boy, it's a CGI wiener, it's not his actual wiener. Sorry, people. And what we do see is real butt.
They did do motion tracking though, so it was based on the actual shaft. I watched behind the scenes.
There's a documentary just on Bacon's peen.
Just on the peen shot.
He was very, very adamant about that.
He's like, yeah, you got to put at least 10 trackers on this hog.
On this slice of beef. Okay.
I want 40 representation.
This slice of bacon.
Slice of bacon.
Yeah.
Now that's another sticker.
Oh my god.
All right, clean it up. My mom's gonna watch this.
It gets dicey for a second, and then the injection does its thing, and he turns invisible and stabilizes. After a while, he gets up, starts walking around. He's messing with everyone. One of the docs put on the goggle, and then that's when we see the peen again. Just fucking flopping, dude. It's like 28 years later. And then
28 years later.
They get him set up in his own room. A bunch of them leave besides one of the lady doctors, and this is when Sebastian starts to do some shady stuff. He's messing with her.
Yeah.
Is this the scene where you're like, is she sleeping? And he's like trying to cop a feel. Yeah. It's like, dang, dude, what the fuck?
It's like,
are you
geez.
doing?
Yeah.
That was tough to watch.
It's like, yeah, what do you? And obviously, when I was, 25 years ago, 2000, when I was like 8 watching this, I'm like, what?
It's like, why would he?
Yeah, this ain't. Yeah, what?
Yeah.
This ain't right.
I knew it was bad then, so
Yeah,
I'm just like, why is this not this ain't mom. This doesn't seem right. Yeah, he does some shady stuff, and then a little bit of spooks happen, and then more tests the next day. Sebastian then kind of goes around and messes with all of the women in the lab because he's a fucking perv. And one of them is at least smart enough to keep the goggles on hand while she's taking a piss, which is like pretty funny.
Did anybody else think that bathroom was weird? How it didn't have a stall on
Not a stall, just a single.
Yeah,
like open shitter, like in the laundry room at your grandma's house.
Yeah, reminds me of Riot Room. That was just there was just a toilet way in the back with nothing.
You got to be bold to drop a deuce in that.
And I did once, but I don't remember that I did. But I did. I don't remember it.
I mean, there's photographical evidence.
Someone was talking to me, and I was talking their ear off, and like, dude, can you finish up?
Let's see here. This is fun.
Fortune favors the bold. I respect it, Kevin.
I appreciate that. Yeah, it was a fun night, but it was a rough one too.
I found the Belial sticker, but not the fucking Kevin Bacon sticker. Okay.
I would say probably Shelby has it, but yeah.
Then all of the doctors are kind of talking about what they think he would be doing or what they would do if they were invisible / if he's invisible. Sebastian then starts messing with Linda and tries to seduce her, and she's basically like, fuck off, as she should.
Mm-hmm.
So now, okay, fun's over. Time to bring him back. Time to make him visible again. They get him set up. Injection goes in, but it doesn't work. We get some of the nervous system CGI, and then something goes wrong. His lungs seize up. He starts like freaking out, fighting off everybody. Almost turns visible, and then boom.
Yeah, that's a cool effect. It's like coming back and forth, like you see ligaments, and then just goes away again. There's a
yeah, it's like holy shit. They got to do CPR on him. He turns invisible again. Matthew and Linda are then trying to work some statistics out. Sebastian starts puking, invisible puke, which is kind of funny. And this is when we see like the weird skin suit that they made for him. What do you guys think about that?
I think it's cool because it's a callback to Invisible Man because you have the bandages, but this time they make like a plaster molding, and it's a little more unsettling, which I like.
Yeah, it was giving me camp suit vibes, and I'm here for it.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was interesting to see through the eyes, you know.
Yeah, it's like
eyes are, dead behind them. It kind of made me think like he was already a fucked up dude. I'm sorry I was already a messed up dude.
No, you can say fucked.
Oh, you can? Nice. Well, then fuck him.
This is not a family-friendly show.
Yeah, I didn't know. But it's hard for me not to. But anyways, like the first scene, he's already peeped Tom. But it seems like he keeps, just like the monkey, the gorilla, 11 months. He killed a rat. This guy, 2 days, he's borderline raping.
He's losing it. Yeah.
Like, he's already unstable, so it's exponentially getting more unstable, and he's like dead behind the eyes. That's something I had to know. I think that's what I meant. But dead behind the eyes doesn't tell me much.
What in the world? Okay, I'm just gonna give up on looking for that. I found the Belial sticker 100 times, but not the Kevin Bacon sticker.
Mm-hmm. I'll ask you about that.
So yeah, he's just like he's starting to get pissed. He's got the skin suit. He's been stuck like this for 10 days, and he's like, "Fucking test. He's like, "What'd you think? You wanted to do this. You wanted this,
Mm-hmm.
And then he says, "Fuck this," and then takes off and dips out of there, blasting. So this is when we get more bad music, and he's singing it. Dude's driving down the street at a red light. He like looks over. There's kids hanging out the door or like looking out the window at him, and that's when he like flips his shades up, and they see the lack of eyeballs. They're like, "Oh my god!" And then he opens his mouth, and you see the lack of insides. They're like, "Mom!" And he freaks out, and then drives away. That part's kind of funny.
I would have been frightened though. Put yourself in the shoes. Just the lack of eyeballs was kind of eerie.
Yeah.
I don't know how this is a horror. I mean, it's more like a anxious thrill ride, I guess. Just you see the deterioration. I was waiting to get scared for something, but other than his actions, I don't know.
Just reprehensible.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And quick question to pause really quick. We're recording this on video, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I were to step away for just a minute or two, it would be weird, but you can leave this background to look cool.
Well, it only pops up
if I'm there.
if you're talking.
Oh, darn it. Okay. I'll if you just give me a few minutes, I'll be right back.
Nope. And he's turning invisible. You see that?
We've got our own $1 million
I'll be right back, guys.
special effects.
Oh yeah, we have the hand.
As long as we don't see the hog, but we'll be all right.
He's gone. Where did he go? Yeah, okay, where are we at? Yep, he's kids, drives at a red light, fucks with them. And so yeah, he's got the skin suit on. He's heading to his apartment to take the edge off by eating a Twinkie.
He loves Twinkies.
Yeah, and then he looks out his window again, and guess what? The lady across the street is undressing again. That's all she does. And then she shuts the curtains.
He times it out.
Right? And she shuts the curtains, and he's like, nobody's going to know. So he decides to go over there and mess with her. And she's in the shower when he shows up, rings the doorbell, and she just answers the door in a robe, which I'm just like, why would you ever do that?
Yeah, that's just asking for trouble.
It's just like, what do you know what I mean? This is when I realized that it's the chick from the Underworld prequel. I don't know if you ever seen that one, Rise of the Lycans.
Oh, it was?
Yeah. I was like,
why? They kind of had an all-star cast of like people that ended up doing
some sort of stuff. She was also in some movie called Doomsday, like post-apocalyptic, kind of steampunky, weird
Sounds
movie.
Right up my alley. I'll have to check it out.
I haven't seen it since it came out, but I don't remember if it was good or not. Either way, he starts messing around with her, moving the mirror, then he attacks her, and then it cuts. So you can only imagine what happens. This is when Linda shows up at Sebastian's apartment, and it's empty, of course. And she sees that he took off his outfit, and she's like, fuck. So now the game is on. How the fuck is she supposed to find him? And, of course, he's creeping nearby as she leaves because you could hear him and kind of you get his point of view. So she goes back to the lab. And back at the lab, everybody's getting ready to hunt him down. But then he shows up. He's like, yo, chill out. I was getting stir crazy. I had to just leave and do my thing for a minute. They're like, look, you can't do that, basically.
It's an intense absolute power. I mean, imagine what would you do if you could go invisible? It'd be tough not to.
Yeah, not to leave. Yeah,
go somewhere you can't go.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? I'd probably go to the back area of the zoo. You know, pet a monkey or something. Like I would do something non-malicious.
Yeah, the animals would be freaking out. Yeah, I'd be like, oh, just go. Yeah, interesting. I wonder. Yeah, that sounds fun.
You never thought of what you would do?
I would. No. I guess I haven't. Interesting. I'm trying to think about this now. If I could be invisible, I would probably drive a car while invisible just to freak everybody out.
Yeah, exactly. Could you imagine if you saw that?
I mean, well, I guess they do have that. Did freak me out when I was in San Francisco last year and for my birthday this year. They have these like Uber taxis that are self-controlled, and there's basically
one of those. It is weird.
Yeah, I would not ever do that. But
like this guy's 94 Honda Accord is self-driving. That's shitbox.
It doesn't have 100 cameras around it. Yeah, those are. I was just like, what the fuck? But yeah, no. So tension builds between them all. They're all like, look, you can't go do anything or whatever. And Sarah is like, hey, I don't like how they don't know that we performed the test. And this is when the cat is out of the bag and everybody finds out that they actually didn't get the approval.
Oh,
so everybody's got to be hush hush. More tests. He then, during one of the tests, he takes off his glove and he catches a fly with his invisible hand, while Carter is asking if he messed with anyone while he was out, because that's what he would have done. He's like, oh, yeah, I scared a couple of people. That's about it. It's like, uh-huh.
Yeah.
Sure, dude. So next scene, now he's at Linda's apartment messing with her while she sleeps, undressing her, but then she wakes up and we find out that was actually just a nightmare. And this is when Matthew calls saying that he might have figured out the code, cracking the code again for the human testing. So they all meet at the lab and they're watching it go down, but it only gets to 95% before it all fucking shits the bed and breaks apart. More arguing and tension builds between Sebastian and Linda. He's starting to get stir crazy. And then he goes out into the world again, sneaks outside Linda's window, and catches her with Matthew doing the dirty. And he breaks the glass, like her window. Linda goes to the lab and asks Frank if Sebastian is still there. But this is when they find out that he actually, so earlier on, Sebastian like messed with the camera recording to make it look like that he's been there the whole time. The little loop action. And yep, so they're like, this fucker. He's back at the lab. There's an invisible dog barking at him, and he loses and he kills the dog. I'm just like, what? See him like, it's the like the heat sensor goggle vision, and then you watch him like smash this dog against the wall.
Yeah, I wonder if Kevin Bacon's agent got him this. Like, dude, this is you. We need you in a CGI masterpiece. Or if he like read the script, like, I want to do that.
I want to,
because I feel like if you read the script, I'd be like, I don't want to do that.
Right?
Or maybe I got some notes.
I don't know. It's like, I wouldn't want to kill a dog.
He's like, I want to be a bad guy. You don't really see Kevin Bacon be too bad of a guy.
No, he's usually like, he's usually a good guy.
This might be his most villainous role.
Definitely, I would have to agree with that. So yeah, this is when they find out that he's been looping the video footage, and they find the dead dog, and they're like, all right, we got to tell the head honchos over at the Pentagon before it's too late. So Matthew and Linda go to tell them, and this is when the general's like, look, it's too late for apologies. Pack your bags. You guys are done. I'm shutting it down. But of course, Sebastian is watching from nearby. Oh, hi, kitty. Watching from nearby, and after they leave, he goes and makes a phone call to tell the rest of the Pentagon or whoever he's got. Oh, I got to wake up some generals or whatever. And this is when the line is cut. We find out that the line is cut, the phone line, and he hears a noise outside, and he checks it out, and Sebastian ends up drowning him in his pool. And while
I forgot about that.
Yeah, and while he's drowning in the pool, his wife looks out and is like, yeah, you obviously can't see anybody. So she's like, oh, fuck. And this is when we kind of get the water outline of the Invisible Man, Hollow Man, Sebastian. Yeah, he drowns him, gets out, and takes off. So back at the lab, Sebastian changed all of the authorization codes. Nobody has their access codes anymore. It is starting to go down. The crew can't get too far until Frank hacks into it. They're like, hey, Frank, you got to fix this shit.
You got to love Frank for that. He really came through.
Yeah, he did.
I love early 2000s, late 90s hack the mainframe.
Yeah, it's like can you get in? He's like, give me a minute. Just
give me a Mountain Dew and a fucking
yeah, give me a Mountain Dew and a bag of Doritos. I'll get us in.
Exactly.
Yeah, Frank saves the day, gets them all back in, finds out that all the codes have been removed, and this is when they take off. But Sebastian then kills Janice, strangles her. And then this is also when all the animals are hooting and hollering. They find Janice's body and they're like, fuck. And they're arguing now. Sarah ends up slapping the shit out of Linda, blaming her for it, basically. And they start to get ready to take him out. They get fucking strapped up with the heat goggles, the sensor goggles.
I want a pair of those sensor goggles. They look pretty sick, honestly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, those would be fun. Tranquilizer guns, motion sensors, and even walkie-talkies.
You got to have those.
Yeah. So this is when we also find out that Josh Brolin is a terrible shot. And so they run into Sebastian finally, Carter and Matthew, Josh Brolin, trying to corner him. And obviously he's invisible, so you can't really see him. And he like ends up getting Carter, but Josh Brolin is just shooting and he just cannot hit him. And Sebastian ends up taking Carter down. He's bleeding out. And we get some steam action because he's like up on the heating pipe, the venting pipes or whatever.
I love that. That's such a trope of a sci-fi movie action.
Oh, yeah.
You hit the pipe, steam comes out.
Yeah. Matthew tries to fight him. Sebastian is pumping out hot air through the vents because he knows what he's doing. He turns the heat up. There's heat everywhere. Can't see him. Got steam. Even with the goggles. Goggles are getting to be a little useless. But this is when Matthew is like, I got an idea. And he grabs a fire extinguisher and he tries to get him with it. And then Sarah and Frank find Carter, who is still hanging in there barely. He's losing a lot of blood. Sarah goes and grabs some blood for him. So now everybody's split up. Classic.
Get him.
Classic. And this is when Sebastian catches up to Sarah. She hears him. She starts ripping the bags of blood and just dumping them all over the ground. So obviously you can see his footprints while he's walking. You're just like,
Smart
what the fuck? He tricks her, and this is when she dumps blood on him. And then he takes the tranquilizer and shoots her with it, but then he snaps her neck. Like, what'd you shoot her for?
Double dead. Gotcha.
Yeah, double tap. So Carter's now dead. Sarah is also dead. Janice is dead. The dog is dead.
R.I.P.
Fuck.
All dogs go to heaven. Yeah, the start of it, yeah, he's a dirt bag. And I get kind of where they were going, trying to make it like a horror slasher. Everybody dies by the end type scenario. But I don't know if it was Bacon's role, because I do love Kevin Bacon generally. This role, I don't know if it was the writing or he's just not equipped to be the ultimate bad, because it was more cringe than fear.
Yeah.
That I felt, at least. I don't know. How'd you feel?
I mean, it's like, yeah, it's not scary, but it's just like, I don't know.
What was the point of this movie to you? What were you gonna walk away with it?
They're like, let's remake The Invisible Man, but make it more horror.
Yeah.
And with the new millennial.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, how can we just turn this into a very CGI based, because CGI was also obvious. I think it's because of the Matrix. They're just like, dude, we got to do more sci-fi thriller type stuff with a bunch of CGI.
I definitely feel like it's like the tail end of the green light era. Everything's just like, oh, let's see. We got money. Let's finance this. We'll spend millions on CGI, this new tech.
Yeah.
And not worry about the story or the performance. Let's just have a cool.
Let's get some good actors in there. People will go see it.
Exactly.
So Carter is now dead. Like I said, Frank, Matt, and Linda are the only ones left. They walk into the bloody room and find Sarah, who's also dead. This is when Frank gets stabbed with a fucking crowbar, which would suck.
That would be tough.
It's like, gosh. Then Matt tries to help, but then he gets whacked as well. So Linda takes Matt. I don't know how they get in this room, but for some reason they go into the freezer room. Don't know why. And then they get locked in because Sebastian locks them in. It's like, of course.
Yeah, I don't know if that was the smartest play.
Oh, he's turning invisible.
He took the serum.
It's kind of funny with the effect. It's
It really is.
Sorry, guys.
He just popped the serum back in.
Oh, had an angry baby on her hands. Okay.
he had to go. He turned invisible and went.
Oh no,
around.
you don't. Oh no.
He went messing around.
Won't be messing around now.
So everybody's dead, Kevin. We
Oh
have
shit! Yes,
Carter's dead. Linda's
part of the
dead.
movie.
Denise is dead. The dog is dead.
That was awful. I hated
That was a
so much.
tough one.
Even though it was like,
And we know that you did it because you turned invisible
as soon as all
and
this,
left
Mhm.
during this whole time
Here's
that
the
I was
killing
talking
happened.
about those people dying. And your name is Kevin.
and my middle name's Sebastian. No, it's not.
Kevin
No.
Sebastian Strickland.
It is.
no, that'd be cool.
Oh,
That's
your parents just love this movie, but
It's
you were
a
already-
little
you were fans,
ironic.
So yeah, this would really check out. But
It's a little ironic that you turned invisible and left, and then all these people started dying.
Go ahead.
Frank got stabbed with the crowbar. He's dead too. Matt got whacked with the crowbar, and Linda and Matt are now locked in the freezer room.
Yeah, that's rough.
Sebastian turns on the air, and Linda duct tapes Matt's wound shut, which is the trusty duct tape Band-Aid, dude.
Mhm.
duct tape's good for anything, really.
That's this is when Sebastian cleans up, puts on new clothes, takes a shower. Oh yeah, because he had all the blood dumped on him. So he takes a shower, gets cleaned up, puts on new clothes and his mask. But this time he draws on some eyebrows and he puts a wig on. It's like, why didn't you do that before? I don't know. So back to Matt and Linda. Matt goes unconscious, and then back to Sebastian. Sebastian's got the wig and all that. Then back to Linda, who's starting to freeze. And like her teardrops even freeze. They're like, what? How cold is it in there?
Mhm.
This is when we say, have you guys seen MacGyver?
Mhm.
I have not, but I know what it is.
Yeah, this is when she starts to MacGyver some shit together. And for all those
Ryan.
people out there, MacGyver is this dude who could take like a Coca-Cola can, a toothpick, and an olive, and he can make a bomb out of it.
Some ridiculous shit like that.
Just some ridiculous stuff like that.
Street science. You got to be able to work with what you got.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So she puts a bunch of stuff together and makes a magnet, a high-powered magnet. I'm like, what?
How will you work?
While Sebastian makes some sort. Oh, I was just how I type this out. So while this is going on, Sebastian's like putting a bunch of chemicals together, and he actually legit makes a bomb, like little bombs out of little vials of whatever the fuck he put together.
Nitrite or something. I don't know what it is, but yeah, bad
Yeah.
stuff.
Mentos and Diet Coke.
Just
Yeah, smoke out.
oh, yep. And so he tests one out, blows part of the lab up. And then while this is going on, Linda uses the magnet to slide the lock through the door
Yeah, that's
to
fine.
get the door open. Success.
You gotta love the ingenuity there.
Yeah. So while that was going on, Sebastian makes a bunch of these little bombs, puts them in one of those dealios where you put like
mixers, like mixed as
and they
vials.
they mix the vials up, and he puts it on a timer. So we got this giant bomb counting down, just like not every, just like a Resident Evil game. You
How
have
do you
10
have all the
minutes.
bomb stuff there? He was just ready to go postal.
Yeah.
He knew it. He needed one of those timers, wires, nitroglycerin, Mentos. He was ready for that war.
Yeah. So Linda catches up to him. This is when she torches the fucker.
Mm-hmm.
You got to do it.
Yeah, he gets it pretty bad. But my question is, like, sure, he's getting burnt and all that, but like, how do the ashes just fall off of him? Wouldn't he still be like burnt?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He like runs away and just like, oh, the ashes just fell off and he's invisible again. Like what?
I mean, I guess that'd be charred skin.
Yeah, that's what I'm exactly. So you should see it.
Yeah.
There's a few unanswered questions on exactly how the tech works.
I don't think. Yeah.
Like, let's say he just ate a 6-inch Subway sandwich. Why does that go invisible just because it's inside of him?
Oh.
They never show him eating, though.
They don't.
No.
Well,
Question for another day, but you know what I'm saying?
They don't. Yeah.
that's a good point. And then, like, when he poops, does it like you start?
But he's puking invisible, so it's like, hey,
I was trying to say, yeah, like
that part's invisible too.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Problem solved.
There we go.
just comes a part of him and turns invisible. Dude, invisible poop? That's good.
That's good.
That's money right there.
Mhm.
What does that smell? Just
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't see it.
Did you get your pants? No, I swear it was just a fart.
Oh man. Yeah, she tortures him, the ash falls off. I have some question about that. Yeah, he should have some serious burns. Linda then is like, she's almost out. So this is when she torches the sprinkler system, and then that's when all the sprinklers go off and we have more water effects. Like, okay, that's a great idea.
Mhm.
And this is when her and Sebastian fight, and he has her down until Matthew finally comes through and knocks him out.
Mhm.
But didn't really knock him out. He just kind of knocked him down. They try to take off. It's like, why don't you make sure he's down? You know what I mean? Don't just hit him
Double
once.
tap. You got to double tap.
Poor movie trope. Yeah.
Yeah, make sure they are down. Don't be like, "Ha, I got you," and then just like slowly walk away. Beat the shit out of them, and then run.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would say. Sebastian gets back up. They start fighting. Matthew basically pushes him into an electrical panel, and he gets fried. He should be dead,
Yeah.
but he ain't. So they take off to the lab where the explosion was, because they're like, what the hell was that? And they see everything on fire, and they look at the timer, and there's 28 seconds left on the clock, and they're like, oh, shit. And they start running out of there, try to take the elevator. Obviously, the codes don't work, so they just like pop open. Oh, there's that Kevin Bacon butt.
Kevin,
Pop open like the hatch in the ceiling of the elevator, and then they start climbing the elevator shaft. And while they're climbing, the timer goes off and the machine starts to spin, and then boom, they barely escape. The pressure from the explosion like shoots the elevator, flies up, flies by them. They're lucky. She gets a little scratch, and then Sebastian somehow catches up again on the ladder. It's like, no,
savage.
There's no way.
Mm-hmm. Because he's the Hollow Man.
He floats.
He's just flying around. Yes, they barely escape. He catches up. They're fighting on the ladder. He grabs Linda. They fall on top of the elevator, and it crashes down. The ladder breaks apart. Josh Brolin's just like, oh, shit. He can't get to her. And this is when Sebastian's like, oh, give me a kiss for old time's sake. And she's like, okay, I guess. Kisses him. But this is when she grabs like the brake wires from the elevator, holds on to it. It's literally like Neo. It's literally like the Matrix. He grabs the wires.
I thought the same thing.
It's God dang it. I just realized that. And then she like kicks the thing, and then it like detaches the elevator. It crashes down, and there goes Sebastian with it down to the flames below. And they climb out, and like the whole 9 yards is out there. Police, firefighters, all that. And then the end. The credits.
It just ends, yeah.
The credits just kind of start rolling.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's nothing to say after that. Like,
No.
it's a good
I
place
was curious about the aftermath because they're still not completely non-complicit. They lied to the federal government. They're doing experiments. I feel like money was not handled right.
No.
No.
You know. So I'd like to see a little addendum after there. I'd like to see if anybody else got charges, you know. That's
Right.
just, you know.
Well, yeah, I like just to see what the end result was, but I mean, like the main focus was Sebastian Kane's
Exactly.
downfall and literal downfall. So there you go. Ah, there it is.
The
Nice.
bacon has been burnt in backwards blurry motion for all those watching this. Shoot us a message if you would like a bacon has been burnt sticker. He was burnt again in this.
Yeah, it applies for 2
Truly.
movies.
Oh my gosh. That's funny.
So for scenes that stick out, I think that like the last 20 minutes is just so bonkers, and I was just enjoying it because it was just so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like when the guy, one of the techs gets like, you know, that pipe through the neck, and like that's just pretty brutal. And I was like, all right, that's good stuff.
Truly.
Mm-hmm. Or when what was it, the one girl was like throwing blood all over the ground, and like just some of those scenes, like that's when I think was at its best, when it was just like kind of going for all of that. And yeah. Oh shit, do we lose Zach?
Hold on.
Oh.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I think my camera just turned off.
It's the Hollow Man again.
My imaging edge webcam. I love how it's backwards too.
Nice.
You.
You gotta love that.
Everybody has to turn invisible during this.
Yeah. Any scenes that you guys thought were
like I'm watching it right now. Like the CGI is okay. Like it's really cool how they do them turning invisible and reappearing and all that. Like with all the layers, you know, the muscles and the bones and the nervous system and the skin and all this
skin
stuff.
CGI, or was that actually a skin suit, you think?
The skin suit?
Yeah, was that CGI?
No, that was like an actual
actual skin suit. Nice.
It was like a masked thing.
Yeah, it was a plastered. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
And like, yeah, the blood scene. It was just they're throwing everything at it. Like, okay, he's in water. Okay, he's in fire. Okay, he's bloody. Okay, he's fire extinguisher and steam, and
they're just like, how many different surfaces can we put on this invisible man?
Yeah.
And it was all super shiny, like the water, the blood.
Yeah.
Even like the smoke when you see his outline. I thought it was oddly shiny. That was one of my notes.
Oddly shiny.
The transition scenes were held up.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely. And I think that goes into the performances from the actors. Like, I think Kevin Bacon and Elizabeth Shue do a great job. I like Kevin Bacon's performance. I know, Dustin, you're kind of like about it, but I think he played the mad scientist well, because he played it like he's not only the mad scientist, like the Claude Rains of old, but there's like a weird voyeuristic, sadistic streak. Like in the very beginning, he's a peeping Tom.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you already tell like something's off about this dude. So then when all this goes through, it just makes sense that he's the one that loses his mind. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Some of his early scenes where, you know, like his joke about Wonder Woman, and there was a few other little remarks that I just don't know that Kevin Bacon delivered. When he delivered them, it was hard for me to see him like saying those
with a
yeah, you know, I just didn't feel like, and it seemed like he was really excited to say that on camera, but it just didn't hit.
Yeah, that's very like incel humor, and it's like that just doesn't fit him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we've talked a lot about the special effects with the CGI, and I thought some of the, you know, the gore aspects were pretty neat too. The CGI wasn't. I think it stayed up for the most part. There were some times where you could tell it's like, ooh, yeah, that feels a little dated there, but the majority of the time, I thought it was really neat, especially like when he's choking out the major in like the pool. I really like that scene. It's just really, really neat, and it looks really cool when he's walking away and the water slowly dripping off him and then he dissipates.
I thought that was cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
then,
there's a lot of cool stuff in this still. Even like I'm sure people would probably watch this for the first time now and be like, not that good, but
yeah.
it's like you had to be there.
I think it was definitely a had to be there type movie for sure. That's a good way to put it, because the special effects for the time was probably definitely the selling point. Like on the DVD, that special effects since The Matrix 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Pretty
overall
much.
feeling then about it, guys.
I mean, I like it. I don't know if it's like a nostalgic thing. Addie and I recently watched this a couple months ago, and we were just hanging out, just kind of background. I was like, it didn't hold up. It wasn't as like awesome as I remembered it, but it's not bad. Still good.
Yeah. I don't think it's a classic, but it's a worthwhile watch at least once, just to see like Verhoeven's idea for a new Invisible Man. Because I'm a big fan of Verhoeven, because he just does some ridiculous, cool stuff.
You went invisible. Yeah, no, I love Verhoeven, but this was more on the miss side of the spectrum for me. It was good though. I'm glad I watched it. I remember watching it as a kid and being like, "Oh, this is cool," but then rewatching it, I'm like, "It's a little problematic." It's hard for me to get past that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We've got total kills, 6 doctors and 1 dog. Oh, that dog.
Yeah.
The dog, that pissed me off.
Yeah, it's just like, come on.
We already hate him enough. We don't need
that as a plot device. I guess really did work, but I was already hating him. So did it? Was it needed? You know, he like kicks a grandma just to really fucking seal the deal.
Damn grandma. So yeah, Jerry Goldsmith did the sound, and like you guys talked about in the beginning, I mean, the main theme in the beginning I thought was really neat, because I could tell right away, like, that sounds familiar. And I saw Jerry Goldsmith, like, oh yeah, that's very, he's got that like sci-fi feel where we've got like flutes that are in the distance with horn sections, kind of they sounding like they're from afar, and strings are in the front, and they kind of they build up the tension, and then boom, it goes into the next segment where it's a little bit more calm, and like the music throughout the film, like it does add some stuff to it, but it's just kind of
I just found something.
It's kind of there. Just kind of there.
Yeah, I agree with that. I thought the juxtaposition of the orchestral arrangement and the synthesizers was really cool for the intro, but some of those transition little music moments, I was like, he phoned this in.
Yeah.
He's probably watching this like, damn, I gotta do this. Like, let me do a little ship-a-doo-doo-doo.
Yeah, there you go.
So I found the 4 songs. There's 5 songs in this. One of the shut up. I didn't. What, dude? Nickelback is in this movie.
that tracks,
dude. What? Yep, right here. I just added it all. IMDb here. Uncredited. Written by Chad Kroger. Performed by Nickelback. Songs called I Don't Have. I don't have what?
What when?
I don't know. There's also this song called Charlie Big Potato, performed by Skunk Anansi.
So here's the only thing I know about them is that they did a track with Seven Dust. That's the only thing I know about Skunk Anansi. And Seven Dust is incredible. So yeah,
dude, Charlie Big Potato. Another Jaguar, written and performed by Boss Hogg.
Boss.
I'm gonna check them out. Oh shit!
I want to check out Boss Hogg now.
Hotels, written and performed by Juliana Hatfield. I want to know which ones he's listening to in the car. Dude, there's no way.
I bet that's the Boss Hog.
What
That's
are
got to
you
be
doing?
Boss Hog.
I have a crazy cat. Stop it. Yeah, it's probably Boss Hog. And then another one, Power Struggle, written by John Harris, performed by Sunna.
Interesting. I love the fact. Yeah, I mean, nothing like the Scream 3 soundtrack that had just banger after banger.
Oh, dude,
but
bangers.
It's interesting. It's interesting. There's a Nickelback in there.
Gosh.
Yeah. So let's get into our actors and crew then. We've got Kevin Bacon as Sebastian Cain, Elizabeth Shue as Linda McKay, Josh Brolin as Matthew Kensington, Kim Dickings as Sarah Kennedy, Greg Grunberg as Carter Abbey, and Tom Woodruff Jr. He's the guy who does a lot of the effects, but he's the in-suit performer for Isabel the Gorilla.
He did great. He was honestly a standout performance.
He did an incredible job. Andy Serkis will be proud. Whoa.
Dude, this is like, what is it?
Yeah.
That's
like some post-grunge new metal fucking pop.
Yeah, that's Nickelback,
yeah.
all right.
That was the Nickelback one.
Wow. I'm glad that we added that in there.
Was that the end credits?
I think
it must have been in the end credits because I don't remember hearing that.
I think so. That
that
makes some sense.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting. So we've got Gary Scott Thompson and Andrew Marlowe as the writers, Jost Vacano as cinematography, Mark Goldblatt as the editor, Alan Cameron as production design, Ellen Mirojnik as costume design, and holy shit, there were 80 names on the special and visual effects department. So I just decided to just do the top supervising officials and then go from there. Tom Woodruff Jr. was the big one, Todd Bates, Tawny Buffa, David Hahn, Brian Wade. And then the groups were Amalgamated Dynamics and Sony Pictures Imageworks. Yeah, it was 80 people in that team. God dang.
Oh gosh.
Oh?
I got something else to share.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Boss Hog.
Is that the Boss Hog?
Is this a nipple?
That's a nip.
Deny there, Dustin.
I mean, okay. All right, I'm done.
Yeah.
I was excited for this one because I love Starship Troopers.
Oh yeah. I didn't know he did any of those until I looked. And I was like, wait, this guy's done some stuff.
He does a lot of, so Paul Verhoeven, the director, he's known for these great genre films of action, like RoboCop, or sci-fi action like Total Recall, Starship Troopers, Basic Instinct, which is more of a thriller, Showgirls, which you haven't seen that.
I love Showgirls, honestly.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one.
It's good.
I've heard good things.
I unfortunately saw it at a young age because it was on like Showtime, and I was like, oh, naked women, and so
yeah, you were on board.
But I actually enjoyed the movie too. It's like, wow.
Don't lie.
It holds up, honestly. I thought it was pretty entertaining.
Yeah. So he's really known for a provocateur, heavy on the violence and sex, very much like his other
super violent.
Oh yeah, especially like RoboCop, like one of his earliest films, like that one.
I have a confession.
Oh no, you haven't seen RoboCop.
I've only seen clips of it.
Oh, I guess man.
That'd be a good one to check out. I think you'd like it.
That'd be a good film club film. Put that in the chat right now.
Like 1 and 2. I have seen a lot of clips of it. I don't know if I've ever seen it, and if I did, it's been a long time to the point where I don't remember if I've
watched the first 2 and you'll be happy.
There's more than 2.
There's a third one which you don't talk about,
and there's a remake.
I don't talk about that either.
All right, 1 and 2.
I didn't know there was a third. Did that go straight to DVD
No, it just
or
was
something.
not good at all. It was a PG-13 watered down mess, and it not good. Not good.
Huh.
Yeah. But yeah, so Paul
All right.
Verhoeven's a badass. So I was excited that we were covering one of his films. So this was released in August 4th, 2000 in the US of A. No budget and box office available, but I remember correctly, I did finally find something. It was like 25 million to no 30 million to make, and then they made like 100 million back. So pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think I saw anything either.
I had to look through like everywhere. I found some article. I don't know if it's trustworthy though. So now Rotten Tomatoes, 26% critics, 20% audience. That's a bit. I think it's a bit harsh, don't you think? I don't know. What do you guys think?
That's about where I was at. I gave it 1.52 stars. I loved the special effects, and especially for the time, but I think they relied on that too heavily.
Yeah.
I'm almost positive to say that the majority of their sales just came from people with big projection screens and DVDs because the effects, you know.
Right. That's true. It's true.
You know, they want to turn the lights down and press somebody with their high quality 32-inch Sharp with the built-in DVD player. You know.
Kevin, what'd you say that you found for the budget and box office?
I'm pretty sure it was like close to like 30 million budget, and then like they made it almost 100 million the box office.
For this? Okay, I'm seeing 95 million budget.
Okay, that's much larger.
Wow.
And it made 190 worldwide.
Dang, that's not bad. I mean, that's a high budget production. God damn.
For back then, yeah, it's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Zach disappeared.
Hold on.
We're all just.
Ooh, I like this. Oh yeah, you can watch this. Well, you have to rent it or buy it, but we'll get to that in a bit. But I see you have a question on here.
Ah, yeah, I made a question.
I love that. Let's hear that question.
What do you guys think of this version of quote unquote the Invisible Man compared to the Universal Studios classics and the 2020 version, if you've seen it?
Zach, I'll let you go first.
I haven't seen the 2020. I did see when doing some research. I want to check that out just to see.
It's
you know, good. Is it good? Nice.
I like
it.
From what I remember.
I thought the classic stuff was really cool. I mean, it's a totally different. I feel like, yeah, the themes are the same, but less of the creepy motif, you know.
Yeah, because even what is his name? Claude Rains. He's like all mad and throwing stuff around and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Same vibe.
And for me, I will always prefer the original because Claude Rains' performance is astounding. And then they do the Invisible Man Returns, and guess who plays that? Vincent Price. So
really?
you can't win. You can't not win with that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin was also was that last year?
Yes.
Was the Invisible Man for Halloween at the Halloween party last year?
Mm-hmm.
How'd you pull that one off?
Oh, I just wrapped myself in some. There's a picture up somewhere, but I wrapped myself in the bandaging.
Oh, you went old school.
Old school, not the new Hollow Man. I didn't go bacon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can't never go full bacon.
That's funny. Yeah, we have a picture of it somewhere.
Yeah. It was posted on our Instagram.
It's actually, Facebook. It's on our socials. I will pull it up here to share with anyone who wants to see. I am Longlegs, and Kevin is the Invisible Man.
Yeah.
That's a nice robe you got there.
Oh, it was astoundingly beautiful. Yes, it was.
You just wear that I mean, that's a beautiful robe.
I might just start doing that just here and there. Yeah.
Just the robe.
Just the robe.
It looks luxurious.
Yeah. No,
that's funny.
Good times. So, gentlemen, kill it, watch it, or buy it. What do you think?
Kill it.
Kill it. Oh, dang.
No, no, I'm just kidding. Watch it for sure.
If you want to kill it, you can kill it.
I don't know if I say kill it because, people worked hard on that. There's 80 people that worked in the visual department.
Yeah.
They
Damn.
were probably constantly getting berated. We got to make the unit look nicer. Like, how many drawbacks did they get on that? Because that was a stylistic choice. Bacon's like, I got to take the lead on this.
Dustin, what do you think?
I mean, I would, watch it, but like, I would say watch it, but then like how you could only watch it, you could only rent it or buy it digitally. And I would tell everybody right here, right now, to never buy anything digitally because it will not 100% be yours and they could delete it whenever they want.
Yeah.
So rent it for $3.99 on Amazon. Sure. But if you're out and you're at the thrift store and you see this and it's $1 on DVD, buy it.
100%.
Because that's already cheaper than renting it for $4 at Amazon.
That's right. And I would just watch it too, just because of the it's like a time capsule of 2000 because you get the cringy music, you get this advent of new CGI, and then you get some old stars, Josh Brolin, Kevin Bacon, and Elizabeth Shue. So
yeah.
Speaking of old stars,
I thought did a good job in this one.
Yeah.
She starts turning into a badass.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she does.
She puts the shoe on the other foot. So now we get into Pitch Black 2000, directed by David Twohy. I think it's Twohy. So yeah, I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even put two and two together. This was a Riddick thing. So I'll start with you, Zach. What do you know about like Pitch Black, the Riddick trilogy?
Yeah, no, I've seen most of the Riddick and I liked them. And I went into this not even knowing that it was the first movie of that whole. And then do you know if they took the success of this and started writing Riddick, or was it all planned?
Nope. Vin Diesel was the one who pushed for a sequel because he really liked how this went, and then because of his work in Fast and the Furious, the studio was kind of like, yeah, we should probably let him have it because that's kind of our biggest thing right now.
Dang, that was only 4 years later.
Yeah. And then Riddick itself was 2013.
Yeah, I was okay, and I only saw that once in the theater, and I was like, "This is how it should be," from what I remember.
Yeah,
I would have liked to see this one in the theater.
Yeah, this would have been cool in the theater. Because I knew about what Riddick was, and I never watched the movies. I knew like a little bit of like this. Oh yeah, this badass character Vin Diesel plays. But I remember I rented the 360 video game from Hollywood Video.
I was gonna ask if you played the game. Eric and I played the shit out of that game.
Yeah, it was a fun game, and I was like, oh, I like this Riddick stuff. I meant to get back into it and watch the movies, but I never got to it. So. Yeah.
It's not often you see a movie-based video game really hold up.
Yeah.
The Lord of the Rings one did.
Of course it did. See, Zach mentioned Lord of the Rings first this time, Dustin. You can mark that down.
I can't believe it.
Hey.
Oh, man. I've actually, already a few months ago, I got Lord of the Rings 2 Towers on GameCube and played through it.
Don't forget to get the Return of the King too, because that one's even better.
Those were a lot of fun.
They were great, fantastic games. Well, what is our spoiler-free short summary there, Dustin? I love it. It's just a one sentence. I think it's perfect.
A ship crash lands on a planet with a bunch of alien creatures that hunt in pitch black.
So what did you guys think of the movie? No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
I mean, technically.
So the thing about this movie, when I was doing the notes, I was starting to realize something like this is a very straightforward film. So I was starting, like I would be watching the movie after 10 minutes. I'm like, wait, I didn't type anything because, oh yeah, they're still doing the same thing. So my notes are a little bit shorter than usual. However, to be fair, this film I thought it was good. I enjoyed watching it because I've never seen it before, and I'm like, it's a standard fun sci-fi thriller.
Yeah, I was locked in the whole time, really. Other than the intro was like seizure inducing. almost like a PS2 pause screen with the display on the ship.
Yeah, he's like, whoa.
Yeah, it was a little much, but it was giving me like Mountain Dew commercial vibes.
Do.
Wild cherry Pepsi, like, yeah.
All right, well, here we go. We see a spaceship and we get the most Star Trek-esque music I've ever heard. Like, it's like someone just was like, hey, I like Star Trek, and they just put it in the film. And it's fine. And it floats through space. I dig it. We got distant horns, a clacking thud with ethereal voices, the usual sci-fi music. Vin Diesel says that your brain shuts down during cryosleep, except the primitive side. It's like, ooh. Like, thanks, Vin Diesel. On this ship, there are at least 40 people. Funny. We see a mom, a prospector, and a guy named Mr. Johns. And I'm like, who the fuck? Oh, it's John. He calls him Mr. Johns. That's why I got really confused. That's Riddick's guard / later we find out something else, but we'll on that a bit. There are some bullets that I thought it was bullets, but then I realized later, oh, wait, that's a comet. So
yeah, I thought the same thing at first. I was like, how?
So they're all in cryosleep. Then all of a sudden, there's a big thud on the ship, and these pieces of asteroid come through the ship, and it kills the captain. And this poor phallic-shaped ship is just not having a good time. The woman wakes up and realizes shit's going down, so she gets out of cryosleep, and so does the navigator. The bullets have completely obliterated the captain. 2 of the passengers are up trying to figure out what's going on, and they're like, oh shit, what we're going to do? The ship is heading for a crash landing of a planet. They send out a distress signal that the Hunter Gratzner, what a lovely name, is going down. And oh no, the penis ship is falling down fast. The woman, who's named Carolyn Fry, is saying to lessen the impact, she's going to have to drop some of the loads. But the one load that she's going to...
Sorry.
Sorry.
The peen ship's got to drop some loads.
There was a lot of that.
There's a lot of that, yeah.
Gosh.
I didn't realize. Yep, there we go. But she's realizing, oh wait, most of the load is from the passengers. She's going to literally kill all of them with just.
That still didn't sound good.
Damn it! You know what I mean.
The load.
She's gonna
pull. Oh, all the first 20 minutes was all just penis references. I thought.
Yeah. She's gonna toggle until the load comes loose off the.
I've done that a lot.
And
you did this on purpose.
No, I actually did. I was just tired. This woman, and then the navigator's like, dude, don't do that. Like, you're gonna kill everybody. And he puts the airlock on so it prevents her from doing that. So she's all pissed. And then she cannot open up the pods. The ship's now gonna crash land, and we get like a camera angles out of like a Creed music video, and then boom. What a beginning. What do you guys think of this beginning? It's just chaos in the first like 15 minutes.
Yeah, it was giving me music video vibes, so it's kind of funny that you said that. And plus, like the sepia tone once they get to the planet.
Oh yeah.
I definitely had a note about all the phallic references.
See, I was not paying attention to any phallic anything.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Dialed in, so it just comes. I don't know, but what I was gonna say is. I have a question about the ship, and how do you guys feel about this? Because she dropped like 7, 8 trailers, I guess you could call them. I forget what they're calling them, like the modules. Was that just people? I mean, they really kind of brushed upon the killing. If it's all just, is that all just?
I think that's just like cargo and luggage and shit like that.
The first 7 modules. The last one was all the people,
yeah.
Yeah, and that's why the guy was like, you can't just kill 40 people. She was ready to.
Yeah. She's like, I'm not dying for them. It's like,
it was like they might just die anyway, so I don't know. That's probably where she was thinking.
That's a good moral dilemma, and that's why it's a good start to the film, because I was like surprising, like, oh, this is fairly philosophical here. Mm-hmm. It's like the train track thing. Like
truly.
Yeah. Well, the aftermath of the shipwreck, the few survivors are moving around trying to get their bearings, and Mr. Johns, or John, Riddick's guard, is concerned he's lost Riddick. And then, boom, Riddick shows up and starts trying to choke him with his feet. And John beats him up with the baton, and then they have like a standoff, and he's able to rile up Riddick again. We see all these. So the thing is, I'm really bad with the names until like near the end, because I was like, it was just these people.
Yeah.
But this film just drops you right in. We don't get backstory. We don't get like what the world's like at this time or what the universe is like. We just get these are people. These guys want to go to quote unquote New Mecca.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are engineers and they're both Australian. This guy is some British snob. There's some kid that wants to be Riddick and is incredibly annoying. Like that's what we got. I'm like, okay. So I don't know any other.
The Muslim connection. I mean, they're going to New Mecca, so that kind of checked out. But
yeah,
I was wondering if that was a direct correlation of they're trying to say, oh, that we're going to a promised land, like, you know.
I mean, yeah, it's impossible. Yeah, man. So we all these people are trying to get their bearings. We have the engineers like open up little pods and they're like they're doing some tech stuff. We see the captain dead and another dude, the navigator's impaled, but he's still alive. And like everyone's like, oh no, we're gonna do. And Fry's just like, oh, just leave him. And they just everyone just leaves, even though didn't they have pain meds? Well, I guess not. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's a reveal about that later. My bad. Fry's comforting the man who's impaled because he will die soon. And now we see the imam and his Muslim crew. I guess they're his kids, but I just thought it was just his crew. They're all following their prayers. And the snooty British man says, "Teach me for flying, coach." As the survivors look, they see the ship completely destroyed. So we're starting to meet more of our characters, and all of them are starting to see Fry, the woman, as the captain. They say, "Thank you for saving us," which is very ironic. She wanted to kill them. She's now talking to the officer.
Yeah.
She's talking to John, asking about Riddick, saying he's dangerous to humans. And they are now looking around the ship, and they find a sarcophagus, and there's full of booze. Wow, hell yeah! And then as that happens, we go back to Riddick, who's tied up. Now this scene's really cool because Vin Diesel actually did this to escape and being chained up. Riddick is able to break his shoulder blades and he's able to get out of that situation. But Vin Diesel was actually able to do that. He's able to
really
dislocate his shoulders so he can. There is some CGI involved. A lot of it he did do himself. So really cool as hell.
I got one note that I wanted to make about it was kind of interesting that, everybody was so thankful to the second in command, the lady that piloted the ship. And I thought there was a really funny line that one of the kids said, and it was a voiceover too. So I'm just curious how many takes it took, because he goes, "Thanks for saving our dicks."
Dude, yeah, it's funny as fuck.
But then Keith David, or is it David Keith? I always get him too. Keith David, yeah. Which it's funny because David Keith is an actor as well, and they're both kind of badass. It's like the Ebony and Ivory, but they both have cool voices too. But then he just goes, "Hamdulillah." Thanks for saving our dicks. And the volume level of those two was just so badly mixed that it made me laugh.
Saving our dicks, hamdulillah. Yeah, and that's why I started to say the editing is really fast in this. It was hard to keep up because it just goes from they're talking, then 2 seconds later it shows Riddick, then 2 seconds later some kids are praying, 2 seconds later the British guy is drinking. And I get they're trying to establish characters, but it was getting a little bit like, whew, I can't keep up. So now they're.
I haven't watched this movie in so long that I didn't know that was Keith David until I watched this. I was like, what the fuck is Keith David doing in here?
What's the Keith David doing here? Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, just there's a lot of things that I just did not pick up when I watched this as a kid, obviously. And this time around, I'm like, what? I was just like, alien creatures,
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So Riddick has escaped, and everyone's like, "Oh shit!" So now they're gonna start, getting their stuff ready. And I love when John says this. The guard, they're all like, "Well, how careful should we be?" And he's like, "Well, this is the guy who could skull fuck you in your sleep." It's like, damn.
Yeah, it's like, damn. That's pretty.
we better get him then.
In his sleep or in your sleep, because I feel like that's kind of the ideal time to do
while
you're sleeping.
Yeah, I mean, doing it on an active person, that just adds a whole difficult level difficulty.
And the British guy, I love that he has all these like random weapons from like the old world. So he's like, oh, these are blow darts from Papua New Guinea. It's like, why the fuck do you have this shit?
Right?
What is it gonna do against? Yeah. And so he's handing out some of these weapons. The engineers are like getting guns, and they're starting to set up this little technology to have water. It's very similar to Dune, where they have like the water.
Oh,
thing,
yeah,
and it
the
brings
little-
up. I was like, oh, I bet they did that on purpose. And
Totally.
now we're getting some imam singing the Allah Akbar and stuff. It's fun. As Riddick is watching in the distance, the officer's trying to find him in his scope, but he sees trees. And they're like, oh my gosh, if there's trees, there's water. As they approach the trees, they realize they're not trees, motherfuckers. They're giant sets of bones. And
even cooler, in my
even
opinion.
cooler. So what do you guys think of the world so far, like this deserted planet that's full desert? I mean, I know it's so standard, we see it in so many sci-fi films, but like,
Yeah, and you said Dune, and it's like, yeah, it's totally like Dune. But I mean, you find out, oh, there's 3 suns. I'm like, fuck, dude, like how hot and dry is this place?
I thought it was cool how every sun kind of had its own hue.
Yeah.
And so that was
blue
kind of,
tent.
yeah.
yeah,
But sepia tone definitely gave me Mad Max Dune vibes.
yeah, I didn't think about that. Mad Max too. Yeah, I mean, it was filmed in Australia, so even better. That's probably why it got Mad Max vibes, because they filmed around the same areas.
Nice.
Well, as they approach, they found out that the bones, and Fry is trying to get her water pump thing to work. And as she's doing that, and they're all just hanging out trying to find Riddick, and the officer, John, who's just looking around with the shotgun, trying to look really cool. They're looking in and out of the bones, and Riddick is just chilling up like inside the bones, just like taking a little nap. And as she's like just hanging out and she starts talking to John, like Riddick is creeping up on her, and really weird, like he has like a bone blade or something. He puts it up to Carolyn while she's talking to John, but he takes a strand of her hair and then like sniffs it. It's like, okay, that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Strange stuff.
Vin ad-libbed that.
He maybe he did. And the Australian dude, so I'm again, the names, no one says their names until like near the end, so I have no clue. So the Australian dude, who is the engineer, he's randomly digging. We don't know why. I think he says why. Maybe it's to bury the body. I can't. The group is still walking around the bones. As looking in the sand, the Arabic boys find a robot toy in the sand. They're like, oh my gosh, must be a settlement nearby. And lo and behold, they find an abandoned settlement. As they look through the area, they realize the source of the water is in the settlement, and Fry finds a ship. They have a way to get off the I was gonna say the island. Wow. They have a way to get off the planet. Yeah.
They're lucky as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, we're just cruising by, we're in cryo sleep. Oh, we still had 22 weeks until we got to where we were crash landing on the most random place. Oh, there's a ship.
That just seems very lucky in general that they were able to crash land it right into a nice little planet. Granted, it's not the nicest
That
planet.
had oxygen. That was the biggest
Yeah,
thing.
I
about
mean,
it.
It has oxygen. Like, and it's like we're traveling through planets and solar systems and however space movie, but let's talk about all these places on Earth, like they're from Earth. They're not from any other planets. You know what I mean?
That's right. That's right.
It's interesting.
yeah, and when he had all the ancient weapons, I thought it'd be funny if he was like, here's a Glock from South Central. Like, because that would be an ancient weapon too. I mean,
At this
there's
point, yeah.
just 12 gauge shotties, but they have interdimensional space travel.
Right?
So, more of our crew. We have the British dude, the hot British mama, and the random kid are here. And then it's some random guy who survived. He comes up. It's like, hey, you guys survived too. And all of a sudden, he gets shot to shit. I laughed so hard because, like, what the fuck?
Oh, well, yeah. I think his name is Zeke.
Yeah, Zeke is the okay. Then I find out his name. Zeke was the Australian guy who shot the dude, thought he was Riddick, but it was just some other survivor.
Oh, okay.
He shot him like 8 times. Sorry,
Yeah, he
him
did.
6
Shot the
times.
shit out of him. Like, what'd you do that for?
He shot him 6 times. Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, I loved that scene in particular because right after the accidental killing, the zoom into Riddick just chilling. I thought
taking
that
a
was,
shot of whiskey.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's hilarious because that was my favorite. That's actually my favorite scenes because like that happens and they're like, oh, I thought it was Riddick, and then just
Yeah.
zoom. It zooms in. Riddick is just in the back in that chair, just taking this shot of whiskey.
That was cool. That was cool.
Messed up.
And oh damn, yeah, Zeke is now trying to look into a hole to bury the body of the guy he killed, but he starts hearing like a little screech come in from like a underground little area, and he's like, you know what? I want to go check that out. And then
No.
boom.
That was not a smart move. I don't know about you guys, but I was like, fuck no. I'm not going in there.
Yeah, and we just see like just little blood and viscera coming up on the screen. It's pretty dark though, but you could tell he's done for. Then oh shit! All of a sudden Riddick just pops up and starts running, and everyone's like, "Oh shit! It was Riddick!" And the officer John is able to capture him, and the surviving crew thinks he had something to do with Zeke's death, and so they tie his ass up. As they're tying him up, they start questioning him, like, "What did you do? What happened? What happened?" He's like, "I'm the last thing you need to worry about now." I'm like,
Yeah.
ooh.
He's not wrong.
He said, "Yeah, I'm sorry." He says they shouldn't be scared of him. There are other things to be scared of now. It's like, ooh. Yeah. And then like Riddick, and as that's happening, like they are tying up now, trying to figure out what to do. Fry goes back later. Riddick pops up and shows her his eyes, and the kid comes down and says, "Hey, I want to get those eyes too." It's like, kid, like who the fuck are you, and why are you?
Well, how
talking to-
convenient was that, too? I mean, that was big that he was able to just have those eyes on deck.
Yeah.
Right.
And another fun fact about those. So the very first time they put that in Vin Diesel's eyes, they couldn't get him out. So they had to fly an optometrist to the middle of nowhere, Australia, where they were filming to get them out. And then they started to use different types of contacts.
Yeah, at first I heard they just used Mountain Dew.
It was like little bottle caps, essentially.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Well, so Riddick says, "No, I did not kill Zeke, but you need to look deeper to find him." And of course, Fry is like, bet. She goes over and looks deeper into the space where he was last at. She sees numerous tunnels. In the background is some creepy looking fucking thing. We find out later that those are what do they call them? Like raptor.
Raptor.
Oh yeah, I looked it up. It's something
It was
raptor.
Raptor, yeah.
It's something raptor.
Yeah.
Creatures in pitch black.
The raptor.
Bioraptor.
Bioraptor. There we go.
Which is cool. These I like them. They're cool looking. They're like little hammerhead shark dragon looking fucking things, and I would not want to mess around with them at all.
Well,
I definitely wouldn't go in that hole. That's
No.
Dig a hole. Okay. And when it gets that
Dig a
reference,
hole,
you get-
dig a hole.
good. There we go. As
Fucking
Wow.
Ed and Eddie, dude.
oh, man.
Classic.
As he's tied up.
Dig a hole.
Yeah, so now she's going down in the tunnels and she hears something. She keeps looking and sees a severed foot. And then all of a sudden, a huge bat-like creature, and that is our first look at the Bioraptor. She starts getting pulled down as her rope gets stuck, and then she's trying to get out, but obviously, like, they're coming up to get her, and the dude makes a hole, and they get her out of there. Fry tells them there's some crazy shit in there and got Zeke, but whoop, they're still attached to her cord, and she flies up. But luckily, they are able to get the cord disattached, and then they're safe for now. They start weighing their options, and the guard realizes, maybe I should have Riddick help us because he's kind of a badass. So
Yeah.
John goes over to Riddick and it's like, you know what? I don't want to chase you anymore, so I'm going to let you go, and you just follow my lead. He shoots the gun near him and tells him, hey, remember this moment when I saved your life? And then Riddick takes the gun from him and says, you remember this moment? He said, fuck you. Yeah, like
Yeah, pretty much.
That's actually the line.
I love it. Everyone's now gearing up with stuff I don't know. As they all walk, we can use that other ship. They realize they're gonna go back, and we finally get the British man's name. His name is Paris P. Ogilvy. Wow,
Great name.
and I love this scene. It's Paris P. Ogilvy, entrepreneur. Riddick is like Riddick, convict, murderer. And then he drinks every last drop of the most expensive whiskey the guy has. Like, just hell yeah.
He takes it down too.
It's Riddick.
He's like, oh yeah, that's very expensive stuff. Oh, just Yeah,
Oh,
help
just
yourself.
yeah. Okay, or take the whole thing.
That's fine.
So they go back to that settlement, the abandoned one, and they get the water machine to work. So everyone's really happy, and they get the other transport ship. They're going to start trying to get it powered up so they can get the heck out of there. As Riddick's looking around at shit on the ground, the kids are following him randomly. He tries to get through a locked door, but the guard tells Riddick to get his ass over there. And then you have the kid who's been following him. Now the kid has shaved his head and has like the goggles on. It's like, dude, just chill.
Get off his nuts.
Yeah.
Addie was watching this with me, and she was like, I cannot get over his lizard goggles.
Yeah.
It literally makes him look like a lizard.
Yeah. He's
Vin Diesel, that is, not the kid.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty, at the time, Oakley had a pair of those that you could get. They were like gray, like double circles with the. I wanted them too, but I didn't.
Yeah. If you didn't want them back in the day,
Exactly.
you're not cool.
Not cool, man. Not cool.
Not cool.
By the way, Dustin, I'm just letting you know I can only see your shoulder.
What?
And it's been really strange because I've been I see your shoulder.
Is this that?
Yeah.
There you are. Hi.
Oh, dude.
I've been watching you for a bit. I'm like, I haven't seen his face in a bit.
I had interesting because I had it like this and I thought that people could see more.
And you just half the face.
it was a little like this. Oh yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
how about now?
yeah, that's right. So
That's
yeah, they're getting the water
Wondering.
machine to work. The kid's annoying as hell. And then as they look around the settlement, they're trying to figure out why is all this stuff here? Where'd everyone go? And Riddick's like, the creatures got them. Like, duh.
Yeah.
And then, oh shit, one of the kids following the imam is now stuck in the grain area where all of these bat-like creatures are everywhere. The kid barely gets away, but as he looks into the darkness, he hears a large hissing, and then boom, we cut to John, Fry, and the others trying to find any sight of Ali, which is one of the kids. As the imam opens the door into this like grain area, boom, all these CGI bat creatures, aka the bioraptors, are flying around all over the place. They all fly down into the well, and the imam starts crawling underneath to find a dead body completely shorn of its skin. Pretty brutal stuff. There it is, yeah. Pretty brutal stuff. Now the survivors grab a flare and throw it down to look. Riddick states that these things must be scared of the light, so only in the dark do they do their deeds. Fry finds evidence that an eclipse happened. And so yeah, this is the thing about this film. It just goes boom, 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 boom. Like they're like, oh, okay, there's a hole here. Oh, they don't like the dark. And then they're in a little lab, and it's like, wait a minute. She starts playing with a little Playmobil set.
I thought that was really a cool way to progress the plot without any type of dialogue.
Yeah.
You're just like, boom, I get it. 3 moons, they're going to line up. Like, okay, we don't need to posterize this to the people. Just, it was a really good plot device to not have to talk about that for 20 minutes to get everybody on board.
Yeah, kept spinning it, and then all of a sudden she's just like,
oh,
we're gonna get an eclipse. Fuck.
Every 22 years there's an eclipse, and unfortunately that means
they just happen to land.
Yeah, just happen to land right then and there.
Sucks.
Well, as that's all happening, and they start realizing what's going to happen, they're now like, well, shit, we need to find some batteries, keep the lights on, we need to get out of here. Johns is now talking to Fry, and they basically like go into the ship and like have a little chat, just them. They do a lot of that. And he's like, look, let's have Riddick help us, but we should totally leave him when we get out of here. Let's just leave him here. She's like, oh, I don't know about that. Interesting that 2 minutes later, Riddick comes up to Fry and is like, hey, what have you heard about me? Riddick tells her like, well, John's actually just a merc. He's not a police officer. He's not an officer. And Riddick is just a payday. Getting awkwardly close to her, by the way. And then all of a sudden we zoom into John putting a needle in his eye. I did. Ooh.
No.
It was a drug, and those were the pain medication that should have helped that one guy who was impaled, but John needed to
dose up.
Mm-hmm.
I would draw the line there. If my drugs had to go in the eye,
No.
That'd be
Yeah,
tough.
I would be like, sorry.
That'd be a fuck
Like,
no for me, dog.
Fuck,
Like,
dude.
no thanks.
Yeah.
No way.
So, literally, 2 minutes later, Carolyn Fry starts questioning John's like, wait, you're not a cop? And he's like, I never said I was. And I started to say, by this middle section of the film, it was just a lot of conversation and backstory. It does pick up here in the next 20 minutes, but it was just kind of like, oh, I was trying to keep track. I'm like, there's just a lot of people talking and it's all the same stuff. So I was kind of like, let's move it on. As Fry looks up the sky, she starts to notice that the rings of the planets are slowly moving. Uh-oh.
Shit.
And there's a sandstorm. And the one good-looking British lady is like, let's get onto the sand cat and write it out. We still don't know her name. Yeah.
Dude, Sandstorm. I saw, sorry, big tangent, but you said Sandstorm.
Mhm.
I saw Darude live, play
What?
Sandstorm live, and shook his hand. He shook my hand from on stage.
Didn't he play it like 7 times?
No, he
only did it
he
once?
did not. Yeah, like he kind of teased it throughout the whole night, but then obviously it was like one of the last songs, and the place blew the fuck up. It's
Man,
awesome.
that was the jam. We would in our high school like prom, that would be one they would always play, and we would have a mosh pit. It was a good time.
It's a banger.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, yeah.
Wow.
Classic. Sorry,
Yeah.
I had to say that.
No,
I
I'm
was
glad.
just like, oh
That's
yeah, I
really
saw that
changed
live, and it
That's
changed
cool.
my life.
That's cool.
For the better or for the worse.
I mean, the fact that like after the show, he was going, high fiving, shaking, and I was one of them. I was like, I can't believe this honestly just happened. Like,
Yeah.
Bucket list.
yeah, pretty much.
That I didn't even know I wanted it to be there, but you're like, dude, I got somebody in Sandstorm on me, baby. I can do anything.
Shakes my hand. It's like all sandy. I'm like, what the fuck?
It's just like pocket sand. I gotta go.
Pocket sand. I watch King of the Hill. So the creatures are now starting to fly out because it's getting darker. So they're all getting onto the sand cat, and it's time to ride out. They're driving through a ring of bones really badly, like breaking into shit. They get a cool shot of the planets coming down. It's like all 3 of them, and it's like all the suns are slowly coming into school.
Yeah.
And the creatures start flying out. Unfortunately, when they get to the spot they need to hide, the one girl, which I finally find out her name is Shazam, I don't know. She is now literally torn to bits. It's the one time
yeah.
it's cool looking, but the CGI doesn't hold up on one part because it's kind of like you see like pixelated like guts, just like, but it's still cool.
Yeah, that part you're just like, oh fuck.
As that's happening, Riddick is like lying down, just kind of like watching, and then as soon as they all go away, he literally just gets up and walks casually over to where everyone else is hiding.
That I don't get. Like, how did? Oh, because he was quiet and he laid down out of their way. Oh, it's like, okay, all right, never mind. I just answered my own question.
There you go. So they start hearing the whooping of the raptors, and like, oh shit, they get out of there quick. Yep.
Fucking juggalos start coming in,
and they start to see the Fago in the distance. Like, oh god, we gotta get out of here. Riddick starts to take down his goggles, and he starts looking over there, like in the far distance. And they're like, what do you see? What's going on? What's happening? It's like, don't you worry about me. And he's like, I know what I'm doing. So he sees all these creatures now flying towards them. And then all of a sudden it's pitch black. Movie over. What do you guys think? No, I'm kidding. It's 49 minutes left.
So do you know which version you watched?
I don't know, but the one I watched was on Stars.
That's the one I watched.
Because for some reason I have Stars. I don't know why I didn't realize I had Stars.
The DVD, and I don't know if this VHS, what does it say? Universal Special Edition. And it was like an hour and 49 minutes or something like that.
That was mine, yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, okay. That must be, yeah, it was like, here's the special edition with extra scenes. So, okay, we all watched the same one.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Nice.
So now things start going up quick. John tells Fry that, hey, we need to cut our losses. We need to sacrifice someone as bait. We need to get out of here. He suggests using Riddick. Or even maybe we use one of the imam's like kids, and it's like, wow, what an asshole.
Yeah, that dude is
He
piece of shit.
sucks.
He's a POS, dude.
Yeah.
Really.
His eye jabbing drug needs to just, he needs to.
Well, he's got the same vibes as like the whole time I was like, where's this guy from? And then you find out he's one of the bullies in Dazed and Confused. And you're like, same fight. He just grew up to be a fucking merc.
Yeah, that checks out.
Riddick overhears and then exposes John. Is like, hey guys, he's not a cop. He's a mercenary addicted to morphine.
Oh,
Ooh, John ain't gonna take that. So they're gonna fight. But even better, they're gonna fight in the dark, because what a great idea to fight a guy who can see in the dark. So Riddick kicks his ever-loving ass like up and down, and then he is then left to be injured to predator bait. So he's the bait, and as he's screaming in pain and tearing apart, everyone's trying to get what they need to get out of there. They're trying to find like power cables and power batteries to get onto the ship. What'd you guys think of this part here?
I cheered when he got his shit rocked.
Yeah.
But then also, that's a future I want to live in, because interplanetary, the batteries work in every ship. We can't even get charge cables that work on the same device. Like,
that's a good point.
That's the world I want to live in. Those batteries just happen to be universal, interplanetary.
Yeah. Must be Duracell.
It has to be Duracell.
Big battery.
Yeah, it's like, you're onto something. With it's like, how many charging cables do we need?
Exactly.
USB-C.
We need to get past whatever bullshit we have and make everything universal.
It would make the most sense.
100%.
But no, that fight part, you're like, kick his ass, Riddick.
Yeah.
I cheered.
Yeah.
He just obliterated him. Yeah, it's a good time. So now we have the survivors left. We got Fry, Riddick, Imam, and Jack. And they're getting to the transport ship as fast as they can, dragging these giant power cells with them as best as they can. As they're trying to get to the ship, though, guess what's there? The bioraptors, constantly circling them, ready to just tear them to shreds. Riddick starts realizing he has a chance to actually escape alone, but this is the first time he realizes maybe he's conflicted. He's got a soul. But by the time he wants to decide, he's just getting dragged off by these creatures, and he's like trying to fight them like a badass he is. Fry realizes that, hey, I don't want to leave him though. So she decides that she is going to try to make up for being a really shitty person in the beginning of the movie and try to go help him. And everyone's like, don't just leave him. What are you doing? Where are you doing? Where are you going? She's like, I'm going to go get him. So she's able to try to go save Riddick. But unfortunately, as she does so, she gets impaled.
Yeah.
Brutal.
It like, for a second, it doesn't show. So it kind of like makes you think that Riddick stabs her for a second.
Oh, it's one of those. Yeah, you're right.
And you're like, oh. But then you see, it's bioraptors got her. Then
she got raptored.
Takes her away.
Yep, she got raptored. Riddick, you could just tell like he's not really like sad about it, but just kind of like, oh, this person actually tried to show me kindness. Yeah. Like he's just awestruck by the sacrifice. But he decides that, you know what, I'm gonna get myself and everyone else out of here. So he gets back to the ship and just barely are able to get it. It's kind of like the usual like standard action thriller, like they're all being surrounded, they're just barely getting them out. The ship is just barely getting into drive. They're loading up the power cells. As they're being attacked, they just barely escape, and the ship just flies away.
Well, it's the best part. Like,
oh yes, please go for it.
He's like, he starts booting it up. He's like, wait, and he like powers it down. Waits for all the creatures to get close by. He's like, we can't leave without saying goodnight, and then fucking hits the engine and burns them all. It's just like the dumbest thing.
Thanks for putting that in there.
It's so awesome.
Do you guys play Helldivers?
I have, but it's been a while.
That whole last part kind of reminded me. Well, the whole planet, it kind of gives Helldiver vibes, and then the creatures. But that last scene, it's so chaotic, and you're just trying to hang on for dear life. You dive into the ship. You take off. Democracy,
I The game is fun. I need to play more of that because it's very Starship Troopers esque. And
so
I've
that was
only
kind of
heard
a
great
time.
things. I've only heard great things, and
I
I think
spent a lot of time on that game.
I'm gonna add that to my Christmas list.
there you go. There you go. Yeah. So as they barely escape, Jack Shaken is now asking, like, "Hey, what should I tell like the authorities about Riddick, about you?" And Rick's like, "Tell them Riddick's dead. He died somewhere on this planet."
Right.
And that's it. What do you guys think? It just ends, and I like that. It's just a solid little
another day in space.
Another day in space. Yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
It's pretty normal to do a crash landing on a unfamiliar space planet that just happens to have the perfect atmosphere. It's pretty nice. It's a little arid. It's like if Scottsdale, Arizona, every 22 months, just like the geriatrics come out.
There you go. Yeah.
Just like it, except different.
So I think the scene that really stuck for me was the very beginning. That's when I got hooked in, like that first 10 minutes, because we don't need this big backstory. You get this weird guy talking about like his animalistic prowess, and then boom, everything just shit happens. And I don't mind that. It's cool to have a sci-fi movie where we don't have 20 minutes of exposition before something happens.
Yeah, it just throws you right in.
That one middle section right before everything goes dark, where they have the little bit of exposition, that part really dragged, and it kind of came out of nowhere because the entire movie we're getting absolutely no information. We're just having to fill in the blanks. Like they don't even, the major plot line of the movie is all just explained by her doing a 7th grade diorama, like, 22 years, boom.
Yeah.
We got it. We're locked in.
Yeah.
I like how it just throws you in. Like you said, you don't need to know anything. I like the creature design. I really do. And one of my favorite parts is like when they're dragging the batteries and they have the lights around them and they're just surrounded by these creatures.
Yeah,
it's just
everywhere.
Like, fuck that.
Mm-hmm. Just everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, and this is one of Vin Diesel's like first big roles, and I think it's a great showing for him because he shows off to be the next action star. Because the very next year he's in Fast and Furious, and then there you go.
And then the rest is history.
The rest is family.
I was going to say that.
Oh.
I was, but I was like,
shoot, my bad.
It's too low hanging fruit to go, but yeah.
But yeah, I thought the visual effects for this were also not too dated. There was times it was, but I thought it was pretty well rendered for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Some decent gore effects. The only one was that when Shazam, whatever her name was torn apart, the like pixelated like guts. I was kind of like, oh, they could have done that a little bit better. But that was the only one I was kind of like, about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what's the overall feeling then? Zach, what's your overall feeling about this film?
I was super entertained by it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I was pretty much always locked in with it, which I'm super ADD. So if any weird thing, and I try to stay locked in and engaged with it, any movie, even shit boxes, just because that's what makes movies fun,
Mm-hmm.
But when they keep, like Hollow Man had a few things that just turned me off. Hold on, let's get the camera back. But, blackout, baby. But
I like the dark.
I really, really liked during the dark scenes all the different sources of light.
Yeah,
the green, the purple, the blue. That was, I thought, really well done. And then how Reddick's vision looks
in the dark is really neat.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. It definitely gave me music video vibes.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Like a Linkin Park music video.
Yeah, I was getting like 9 Inch Nails, like Sexy Dungeon.
Yeah.
A little bit at times.
Mm-hmm. Dustin, what do you think of this film?
I really like it. I liked it when it came out. I still like it. I still think it's pretty fun. I remember, like, I guess as the series, I remember not liking Chronicles of Riddick as much, but then watching Riddick that came out in 2013, like I said, I was like, this is how it should have been. So I want to rewatch that.
Yeah.
but this one, it's good.
Yeah, I liked it.
I like
Yeah,
it.
I was dialed in. I was entertained.
Yeah. So I told it up because with the people dead on the ship, it would technically be 37 total.
Okay.
That's if one pod only of human transport.
Oh,
And she did drop 7, 8 pods, but we're not going to talk about those deaths.
yeah. The sound was done by Graham Revel. I don't know the music. It was very like standard sci-fi. Like
it didn't like stick out or anything.
Take a little Star Trek. Take a little John Williams from Star Wars. Take a little bit of this and that.
There was a little bit of like late 90s trip hop, like little trancy moments to it too. I loved some of the synthesizer stuff, like just like the folly design of them powering on the water station, or when they open the door to the well or whatever it is where the kid died. It had some cool little sounds, space sounds that made me excited.
Yeah, no, I appreciate they put a lot of time and effort into that because I think the sound design was cool for like it was very sci-fi and techy.
Yeah,
with doing sci-fi stuff, you have to have sound design that makes sense. You can't be clomping around a ship and it sounds like a wooden floor. It wouldn't work.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
You gotta get that clank.
Gotta get the clank and the crank. Anyway, Dustin, who are the actors and crew?
Vin Diesel as Richard B. Riddick, Radha Mitchell as Carolyn Fry, Cole Hauser as William J. Johns, Keith David as Abu Al-Walid, Louis Fitzgerald as Paris P. Ogleville, Claudia Black as Sharon Shazam Montgomery, and Rihanna Griffith as Jack.
Yeah.
Crew. Jim and Ken Wheats did the story. David Aggie. What are these fucking names? Sorry. Wheat and eggs here. David Aggie as did the cinematography. Rick Shane was the editor. Graham Walker with production design. Jason Baird as the prosthetic makeup artist. John Cox and John Cox's Creature Workshop did the special effects with sculpting, creature design, and puppeteering. They
did a good job with that. I thought the character design of the Raptors was well done.
Yeah, I really like those. Is that a crazy Ian?
It's an Irish name, so it's Ian.
Ian Anderson, Steve Anderson, Sean O'Brien, Angus Cameron. They all did the visual effects. They were the team with Hunter Gratzner Industries and DNEG.
Lots of names on there. It was like another 70 names. I'm like, man, both movies had a huge budget for visual effects people.
Nice.
Who was the key grip? No, I'm just kidding.
Ah, damn it.
Fucking what? The director, David Toohey, mostly a writer, writing hits like The Fugitive, Critters 2, Warlock, Waterworld, G.I. Jane. And he would have a handful of directorial works under his name prior to Pitch Black. He directed Grand Tour, Disaster in Time back in 1991, and The Arrival in 1996. That's it, huh?
Yeah, it didn't much else.
Crazy.
Mostly a writer.
Interesting.
Waterworld was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are some good
Fugitive though.
Writing credits right there.
Astounding film.
This movie was released February 18th in the year 2000 in the United States with a budget of $23 million and grossed $53 million. See, okay, going back to the Hollow Man budget and box, that just doesn't make sense compared to this. I feel
like it was a lot more practical effects. The CGI was so cost prohibitive back then. Like you had to have
they probably threw a shit ton of money into that. CGI.
Those 30-second scenes, the transitions, that was probably a third of the budget.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sense. And not as many big name actors as well. So
they did that on purpose. Yeah.
With a interesting Rotten Tomatoes score, 59% from the critics, and 77% from the audience, like us.
So yeah,
I would put it up there.
I think that's fair. I think that's a good. Yeah,
I would put it up there.
Definitely.
We can watch this. Where did you guys say you watched it?
Stars.
See
See what I did there? Yeah.
I watched this on DVD.
Physical media, baby.
And currently VHS right now. But that goes to the rating system. Kill it, watch it, or buy it.
I say buy it. I would love to have this on VHS.
I would like to. I'd like to watch the other two, and then if I really liked it, I'd like to buy the trilogy. But I would say at least watch it for sure. It's a worthwhile, fun time. It's a cool sci-fi flick with some horror elements, and Riddick is a badass, and Vin Diesel does a good job. So, yeah,
Yes.
It's fun. It's good.
This was Vin Diesel when he was actually cool, because like now you're just like, oh, Vin Diesel. It's like Jason Statham anymore. You know what I mean?
It's like he needs to just give it up.
Just like.
I mean, I prefer Vin Diesel in his babysitter era.
Dude, the babysitter, that movie's funny as fuck. That's funny. Well, that's going to be it for these two movies. And I'm going to do a special announcement. We will, by the time this episode is out, you can go and do this. We just got partnered with the Astro, and we are doing a ticket giveaway on our social medias for Evil Dead live in concert at the Astro here in Omaha, Nebraska on October 15th. So go over to our socials, Facebook, Instagram, follow the rules, and we're going to announce the winner on October 1st.
Just in time for spooky season.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, that's awesome.
It is so badass.
Yeah, we got emailed, and he's like, hey, you want to do this ticket giveaway? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. It's Evil
That's
Dead.
awesome.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. Other than that, that's going to be it for this week. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you enjoyed this episode, please give us a 5-star review wherever you listen to your podcast.
And give us a like on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and TikTok, and definitely want to follow us now, because now we have a ticket giveaway. But we have so many other things coming up. We have interviews coming up. We have October coming up, which for us, that is our Christmas. Like, we will have a really cool new setup for our spooky season, October. We cannot wait to show you it. It's something very different. It's going to be fun.
Oh, you're about to see it here.
Oh, well,
God.
oh,
no. Ah!
I guess not. Oh, no. And you're about to see it here. So make sure to follow us, but also follow us on Letterboxd, where you can see the movies we discuss, and we put up all of our reviews. Now, Dustin, what's your Letterboxd?
What is it? Is it Dustin at HFMM Pod?
Yes, it is. I'm Kevin at HFMM Pod, and then Zach, do you have a?
I do. I'm just at Zermel.
Zermel, yeah.
Sweet. So follow us on Letterboxd, and you can. We'll follow you back and see what you review and what you watch.
And make sure to go and check out Zach's bands, Magoo and Fontanelle.
Oh yeah.
They does Magoo have any socials?
Yeah, we're on social media, Magoo _music on Instagram.
Okay.
There's other records out.
I'm following you right now.
Heck yeah. We got some new music down the pipeline, and I'm really excited to share it with people. So
Nice.
heck yeah.
So as you guys could maybe see in this video, we'll find out. We came up with a new thing. So for the month of October, we're just like, all right, last year we did the 31-day challenge. It was just a lot. I have way too much going on this October.
Mm-hmm.
So we put, I don't know, however many you can count. All these movies are Halloween related. And we're just going to spin the wheel. And whatever movie this lands on, we're going to cover that movie. So let's do
it.
Spin that wheel.
If you guys do Ernest Scared Stupid, I'm gonna be stoked.
It's gonna be Halloween 4.
Halloween 4.
Heck yeah.
Well, there we
have
go.
A winner.
So
interesting.
Our next one will be Halloween 4, correct? I actually like that one.
Did we do 6? We did 1, 2, and 6.
We did 6, sadly. But 4 is one I like 4. Other than the
All right,
weird
we
mask
can
design,
do
I like
this.
4. I like 4.
We can do this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, all right. Next episode, it's fucking October, and we're starting with Halloween 4.
Yes, we've
Should've been
got to
Halloween
keep it
3.
spooky.
Damn it! But
Halloween 4 is fine. I like Halloween 4.
no, yeah.
Yeah.
Halloween 4 is fine.
It does a good job. Yeah.
Sweet. All right,
Awesome. Well, thanks
Jack,
for having me,
yeah,
boys.
thank you so
Yeah,
much for
thank
joining
you.
us, and we hope to have you again another time.
Heck yeah, man. Too bad.
If we do spin Ernest Scared Stupid, you'll.
I got to come back for that.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, I was scared stupid too off that. Honestly, I definitely lost some brain cells. Every Ernest movie you learn about, you lose a few, but
Oh man, yeah,
it's
classic,
worth
bro.
it. Yeah, they are really. Is that guy dead? I wonder.
Oh yeah, he
Sadly,
passed away
Too
quite a
bad.
while ago, at least
Yeah.
10 years ago.
He
He's
was
also the voice of Slinky the dog in Toy Story.
Yeah.
Oh wow, he was. Well, R.I.P. to Big Ern.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, until next week, make sure you go over to our socials, do that ticket giveaway,
Mhm.
especially if you're in Omaha.
Mhm.
I already bought tickets to it, so I was like, this is awesome.
That's going to be a fun event.
Hell yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yes. And until then, stay spooky.
spooky.
Stay spooky.
Got 'em.
Take your
I didn't know that was a punchline. I felt good.